Think travel is getting easier in 2025? Well, when you are finished watching this video, you will definitely rethink your position. Next year, 5 types of travelers will face serious problems. Are you one of those travelers? Do you care to find out? Well, even if you don't, you are about to. Just stick around long enough. Some travelers will pay way more than expected. Others will be stopped at the airport. And a few of them might even have their trips completely ruined. But don't worry, I'll tell you exactly what's changing. And more importantly, how to avoid these nightmares before it's too late. Stay with me until the end because the last group will really shock you. This group of travelers are in for the biggest shock of all. I wonder if you fall into this group. Well, let's see. If you love traveling solo, 2025 might be your worst year yet for you. Sorry to break the bad news, but it's true. Want to know why? Well, airlines are now using group-based pricing algorithms, meaning solo travelers might pay more for the exact same seat as someone booking with a group. And let's not alk about hotels. Some hotels are introducing single occupancy fees, charging solo guests extra just for booking a room by themselves. And that's not even the worst part. Wait until you hear the rest. A new trend in minimum stay requirements could mean you'll be forced to book extra nights in some hotels just to meet their new policies. But I'll show you how to beat this system in just a second. Think traveling with kids was already stressful? Wait until you hear what's coming in 2025. Some airlines are testing a per-piece baggage fee, which means that if you're traveling with kids, you could end up paying hundreds just for their luggage, even if it all fits within the weight limit. And if you're flying internationally, you'd better double-check your paperwork. Want to know why? A new wave of strict minor travel consent rules means that if you don't have the right documents, you could be denied boarding, even if you're the child's legal guardian. Sounds unfair, right? Yes, it is. But I'll show you exactly how to avoid these surprises in just a minute. Just stick with me. But first, let's talk about another group that's about to see their travel dreams crushed. If you're the kind of traveler who loves scoring cheap flights, I have bad news. In 2025, budget airlines are introducing something called fare fragmenting. It's a sneaky new way to charge you for every little thing. Even basic carry-ons might cost extra. And if that wasn't bad enough, several popular budget destinations, including Thailand and Indonesia, are adding new tourist taxes. That cheap getaway? Not so cheap anymore. But don't panic. I've got a trick to dodge these fees. I'll get to that in a second, but first, let's talk about the travelers who are about to lose their VIP perks. Yes, we are dealing with the 5 types of travelers first, then we go on to the hacks to outsmart these big wigs we call airline executives. I am sure you will agree that they are the real culprits in all this. Even if you're flying first class or staying in 5-star hotels, you're not safe from these 2025 changes. Several major airports are now restricting lounge access, even if you have a premium ticket. Why? Because too many travelers are qualifying for the perks, so airports are tightening the rules. Isn't that terrible? The money fix is really on and it's against us travelers. So we have to find a way around it, don't you think? And that's not all, if you can believe it. If you use private jets or luxury charter flights, prepare for massive carbon taxes. Some countries are even banning certain private jet routes to cut emissions. But none of this compares to the biggest nightmare that's coming for this next group of travelers. If you travel for work, 2025 might be your biggest challenge yet. Several countries are making it harder to enter on a tourist visa if you're attending business meetings. You'll need special permits, which could take weeks to process, meaning last-minute work trips might be impossible. And yes, this crisis gets worse. Some airlines are testing a business traveler surcharge, and it means that if you book flights during peak business hours, you'll pay more than everyone else on the plane. Sounds frustrating, right? But here's the good news. You don't have to be one of the people who gets caught off guard. If you know these changes before they happen, you can outsmart the system and avoid the biggest headaches of 2025. And if you don't want to miss my next video on how to work around these new rules, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Also, drop a comment below. Which of these changes annoys you the most? Let's discuss it. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button to shore up the YouTube algorithm, and stay tuned for a travel tip teaser coming up soon. Now that you've learned about what will redefine travel for the 5 types of travelers, which category do you fall into? I would love to know. In the meantime, here are some quick fixes you can use. I am going to give you a few amazing solutions for all 5 traveler types. Yes, we are about to outsmart the airlines, and you are going to be privy to this information. So hold on, because I am about to reveal the secret strategies. For the solo traveler, use hidden city ticketing carefully. If airlines are charging solo travelers more, consider booking as a group and canceling extra seats if possible. Here's a sneaky trick. Try booking for 2 passengers instead of 1, and then removing the second seat at checkout. Some booking systems won't flag the solo price increase until the final step. Here is another hack. Use travel agencies that offer group discounts, even if you're flying alone. And as for hotels, some are now adding single occupancy surcharges, which means you might be paying extra just for being on your own. Avoid this by booking boutique hotels, Airbnbs, or hostels with private rooms. They don't penalize solo guests the way big hotel chains do. Oh, and if a hotel forces a minimum stay requirement, check if joining their free rewards program lets you bypass the rule. But while solo travelers are fighting unfair pricing, families are facing an even worse nightmare at the airport. If you're traveling with kids, listen up, because one small mistake could cost you your entire trip. You might be wondering how families can avoid new airport fees and baggage fees, right? Glad you asked. Imagine showing up at the airport with your family, thinking you've budgeted everything perfectly, only to be hit with hundreds of dollars in surprise baggage fees. That's exactly what's happening in 2025. Airlines are testing a per-piece baggage charge, which means it doesn't matter if all your bags fit under the weight limit. You'll be charged based on how many bags you bring. So, how do you avoid this? Use compression packing cubes to fit more into a single suitcase and pack strategically. Instead of bringing separate carry-ons for the kids, try one large family suitcase to minimize the per-piece charges. And here's a pro tip. Some airlines still allow free checked bags for kids, but you'll need to check their policies before booking. But it's not just baggage fees. New minor travel rules are catching families off guard. In 2025, more countries are requiring notarized travel consent letters, even when both parents are traveling. If you don't have the exact documents, you could be denied boarding on the spot. The solution? Get a notarized consent form, even if you think you don't need it. Some countries now require additional documentation if a child is traveling with only one parent, grandparents, or even guardians. Don't risk it. Double-check the rules before you fly. But while families are getting hit with sneaky fees, there's one group that's about to see their entire way of traveling change forever. If you love scoring cheap flights, I've got some bad news. Well, let's look closer at budget travelers and give you the solution of how to avoid hidden airline fees. Are you ready for it? Think you found an amazing $50 flight? Think again. In 2025, budget airlines are rolling out a new fee system called fare fragmenting, where they break every part of your ticket into separate charges. That cheap ticket? It doesn't even include a carry-on anymore. Airlines are now charging extra fees for even the most basic things. So how do you fight back? Here's a simple hack. Stick to airlines that allow free personal items and use an underseat backpack designed for maximum space. Some budget airlines still let you bring a personal item for free. You just have to pack smarter. But it's not just airlines. Some of your favorite budget destinations, like Thailand and Indonesia, are adding new tourist taxes, which means that dirt cheap getaway? Not so cheap anymore. Avoid peak tourist seasons because taxes tend to be higher during popular months. But while budget travelers are paying more, there's one group that's about to lose the luxury perks they've come to expect. For the luxury traveler, you are about to learn how to keep VIP perks in 2025. Flying first class? Staying at a 5-star hotel? That used to mean guaranteed luxury. Not anymore. In 2025, major airports are restricting lounge access, even for premium ticket holders. Why? Because too many travelers are qualifying for lounge perks and airports can't keep up. So what's the solution? Use credit cards that guarantee lounge access, like Amex Platinum or Priority Pass. And here's a pro move. Some lounges now require reservations, so pre-book your spot before arriving at the airport. But none of this compares to the absolute disaster that business travelers are about to face. How does the business traveler avoid the work trip chaos? Here is how. If you travel for work, 2025 is bringing some brutal changes. Several countries are cracking down on travelers attending business meetings without the right visa. If you're caught entering on a tourist visa for a work-related trip, you could be denied entry on the spot. Here's what you need to do. Check the visa rules before booking. Some countries now require a business permit, which can take weeks to process. Plan ahead, or you might be stuck at the airport with no way in. And there's another surprise. Some airlines are testing a business traveler surcharge, where flights booked during peak business hours cost way more than the same flight later in the day. The fix? Book flights outside of peak hours, like mid-afternoon or evening, to avoid this extra charge. Sounds frustrating, right? But here's the good news. Once you stay informed, you can be one step ahead and be prepared. Yes, if you are aware of these changes ahead of time, you can definitely outsmart the airlines and avoid the stress of traveling in 2025. So don't wait, start planning now and travel like a pro. And this now brings us to the most important steps to creating a solid game plan. Step 1. Start planning your trip as soon as possible, bearing in mind the features of the type of traveler you have now confirmed that you are. The longer you wait, the more travel restrictions may change. Step 2. Grab my ultimate travel bundle, which includes an ebook with 55 real-life scenarios to help you avoid travel disasters. And if you want to be the Beyoncé of travel planning, my ebook bundle has 250 pages of travel scenarios and the solutions, tips and hacks, 55 disaster fixes, and video guides for 5 travel destinations, namely Japan, Thailand, Dubai, the UK, and France. You will receive a free travel checklist so you never have to let ETS cramp your vibe. The video guides will come with a 7-day itinerary for each guide. The bundle will also include an audiobook breaking down how to plan international trips around the new travel rules of 2025. In the meantime, you can download my top 5 travel scenarios and how to solve them for free. You will find the link in the description. Trust me, this will save you from unexpected travel chaos. Once you download the free ebook, you will be placed on a waiting list for the ebook bundle and I will notify you when it's ready. Step 3. Turn on the notification bell after you have subscribed if you want more travel tips and insider tricks. I promise, no boring travel lectures, just real, practical advice. So there you have it. Those are the 5 unique travelers that may face travel nightmares if they are not aware of the issues and how to solve them. What do you think? Are you making sure that you stay informed and plan ahead? If all of this feels overwhelming, my ebook bundle will be the exact solution for you, no matter what type of traveler you are. It's like having a GPS for travel chaos. And yes, there's a chapter on surviving airport meltdowns and so much more. If you found this helpful, share this with your travel buddies who need to know what's coming. Finally, don't forget to grab your free Rome, Paris, and Greece itineraries in the description. Believe me, one of those could save your trip. That's it for today. This is your channel host, Cheryl, saying until next time, safe travels and I'll see you in the next adventure.